primetime potent, keep it entertaining. You already knowin', outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Viking Whoop, U.S. Assassin, doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not frontin'. That's how Just a Writer became a moral compass. This is primetime potent. This is primetime potent. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. It's the Moral Compass. With me, you see him dancing up in the corner. That's JT Sean Aaron. And down below, the third man in the booth, the cowboy, Phil McNulty.
Howdy.
What's up, guys, man? I feel like it's been forever since all three of us have been together.
Been a few weeks.
Yeah.
I only remember what we talked about last time. That's how long it's been.
I know
My
you
sodomy.
best friendship, Phil. It was just me and Sean.
That's right. That's right. I had a personal engagement I had to attend to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But I have a fun-filled episode for us. We're going to do a little reacting. We got a current event to talk about. We also got some breaking news that, one of us and half of us were really a part of. I'm going to see if I can bring that up on the screen.
But first, can I just say, if
Yeah.
anybody hasn't, please go get Joe's Reaper Destroyer Ashcan. You get the first 6 pages, black and white, of Joe's story in awesome pencils with Joe Weems and Bats Inks throughout the book of the pages. It's going to go into the lore. It's going to give you some character bios, set you up for when the campaign launches in April. And he's $20 shipped in the States until November 19th with an extra $10 for a sketch. And he's almost at 60-ish or so. So he's doing really well. I'm so proud of that guy.
Very nice.
So please do it.
You heard the man. Slide in those DMs.
He gave you a please.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Yeah, look at me.
Look at this guy on the news.
Look at that profile.
So this was breaking news. So I don't know if you guys followed, but Pennsylvania is suing the organizers of the Great Philly Comic Con because they canceled their event and they did not refund people.
That's a shame. That's a shame. I know a few friends that are in that predicament. Unfortunately, the three of us are none of them. So,
But we're featured.
Hey, Nicholas. Yeah, but we're featured. So we'll bring the ruckus.
So we were all guests at the last Great Philly Comic Con. So shout out to them for bringing us out.
Yeah, thank you for that. That was a great and fun weekend.
But my man Sean Aaron makes the news for this coverage. I hope people don't think you're the man who threw this convention.
Oh, if they confuse that with Geeks at the Beach? No,
yeah.
I doubt that. No.
But look, they clearly wanted people to look you up. They made sure to get all of your social media.
I got some followers. Yeah, it was great. This has been nothing but great publicity for me for something of an after effect. This was an afterthought. Like, yeah, it was a fun show. We had great times. Mark right next to me, then Alex, and then Phil, and then Dex. So it was a great. It was a murderous row of shenanigans. But
so let's
see, I was probably making a sale. I was like, oh, what do I, So I was probably
So right on the left, there's a butt in a seat. That's me.
It's a booty.
Yeah, that's my butt. And there's my graveyard banner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm the guy next to the guy.
Yeah, but first and foremost, here I am.
Yeah, you're the star.
I'm the star, damn it.
I didn't even know. Like, I was at work at the time when I get a text from Sean saying, "Hey, we made the news. Did we make the news?" And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" And I didn't get a chance to check it till later. And then Sean's like, "Your brother tagged us on Twitter." So shout out to my brother, Patrick. He tagged us on Twitter. We have Sean here. I'm not in there. I've got the backs of 2 cosplayers who didn't buy anything from my table.
Cosplayers never buy shit. You may have great conversations with them, but come on.
You never, I will say this. I do have a theory. if you are dressed, if someone is dressed as Ben Riley, Scarlet Spider, they will always buy something from my table. It's a nice little thing, and it keeps the Ben Riley love alive.
Well,
so.
they got that nice front pouch in their hoodie to carry stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they're efficient. They're a product of the 90s.
So, I mean, that's the breaking news right now. Sean, congratulations.
Thank you. You know what? It was so nice to text this to my mother and tell her, Ma, look, I'm in the news, but nothing I am even remotely responsible taking part of this.
Nothing you'll have to go to court
transaction.
For
Not one bit. You know, so bills are being saved.
So, congratulations, Sean.
Thank you.
Congratulations to my butt.
Mm-hmm.
So, now that the news is out of the way, Phil, fill us in. What have you been up to this week?
Oh, this week, thank goodness it has ended. Been a lot of grad school, and now you know what I get to do for the next 24 hours? You know what I get to do for the next 24 hours, gentlemen?
Tell me why.
I get to watch professional wrestling, and I am so stoked about it. I'm excited. Cool. I'm excited for tomorrow because Mark and I are going out on our first wrestling figure hunt.
Oh, really? Are you guys going to record that?
We are.
Motherfuckers. Yep. All right. Where are you going specifically?
We're going to go to the House of Fun.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
They have an all new, bigger location.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be a good time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, which one's House of Fun? Is that the tight squeeze one with all the cool shit?
Yep. Now they got a big store.
Now they got an even bigger store.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. And they carry comic books now. Yeah.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Nothing in that store is priced though. So it's kind of a pain in the ass.
We're gonna see. We're gonna hope. So I'm on the search for a Chris Jericho figure that came in a giant pack of all the WWE champions, and it's autographed on the back. So I had that as a kid, as a youngin. I'm out to try to find that one.
All right, cool.
And speaking of wrestling, Sean, you don't know this because you're not following the pod guides, but I decided to go all in on the AEW trading card set.
Okay.
And they've released the set doesn't come out, or the cards don't come out until November 3rd, but they've released some online exclusives, and I've bought all of them so far. And I thought I was good to go before the set was released, but then they announced AEW was having a booth at New York Comic-Con, and they were releasing a 9-card promo sheet. And I was like, if I'm going all in, I need this.
You do.
Did you buy it?
I was willing to buy it, but then my good friend Dexter Weeks was at New York Comic-Con. I texted him and said, hey, can you hit booth 1319 and see if you can get this? 10 minutes later, he said, I got it.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
The joys of having friends at cons. Isn't it the best?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm usually the friend at the con getting stuff.
For me.
Or you, yeah. I really, you know what? I when I heard New York Comic-Con was happening, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna skip it.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of regretted it. Once it happened and I saw Dex posting pictures, I was like, oh, I'd like to be in that mess, walking around. But maybe next year.
Hopefully.
So, Phil, anything else with your week? I'm looking forward to doing a little figure shopping with you tomorrow.
Yep, I finished. I finished Jamie's cover. It's off to the colorist right now.
Nice.
So that is getting sent and colored up. So she'll be getting a preview for that. Hopefully, I'll be releasing a preview art of that with her permission. So I gotta go send her the black and white file, and then I'll send her the color file as soon as it's done. So it's back. Just taking this little reprieve I have to get some drawn of myself in for my stuff, and then back to the grind of grad school. So I'm surprised I'm still hanging in there and not passed out on my sofa right now.
How's Revengers coming?
That's what I'm going to be working on a little bit. A little bit tonight, a little bit tomorrow, and then I got to go back to it. So
I'm taking your approach with as far as penciling goes.
Mm-hmm.
I got myself a little template I scanned up Kosada of his old templates of an original I bought. So it's the size of whatever transfer.
Right.
So now I'm just doing tight, or what I think is tight for those, just to pencil it out and then be ready to resize it for the actual inks finished art. So that's going pretty swimmingly and smoothly.
Right. It's better. I mean, digital has changed the game, and I think we all refuse to get into NFTs.
Right.
Right. So it's one of those weird things. And I had someone hit me up on Instagram saying, like, oh, are you selling any of your stuff as an NFT? And I'm just like, I'm not ready to make that commitment. I'll stick with the original pencils and trying to sell those.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they want the inks, I'll link it for them. But I can't. The efficiency is just too good on the iPad to give it up.
Mm-hmm. I hear that. I love penciling on the Cintiq, but inking on the iPad way smoother.
Yeah, it just
a little
has
more control.
Yep, you got it.
So Sean, how's Type 1 coming along?
It's coming great. I got how I said I was doing these pages. I got about 6 more pencil laid out. On October 29th, I'm launching the mailing list. So, gearing up, baby. Gearing up.
Big things are happening for Sean Aaron.
Facts. Yeah, that should be a song.
If you want me to sing your intro, I can, just like Mark has the primetime Polton, I'll give you a little bit of a boy band crooner intro.
All right. I'll have Joe's gonna do the voiceover, so like he could be like the Kevin, like the talkie talks, and you could be like the ooh yes.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah.
Get that Nick Carter down.
Fuck yeah.
So Sean, when are you gonna launch the campaign?
The actual campaign is gonna be the end of March.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'd like to have pencils done by the end of the year and then start inking them up. So yeah, it's gonna be I think it'll be a 46-page book. So
nice.
I think because originally it's 42.
Yeah.
I heard people say either 46 or 48, but I don't want to blow my load. So I'm taking a scene from the second book, which will make it work out. It's a character introduction page, yada, yada, yada. So it won't be a total, I guess, loss in the second one, but still work out.
Sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Have you been watching anything?
I watched a lot of shit.
Yeah.
There's this one weird show on NBC where they fall through the earth and there's dinosaurs and wolves. It's kind of dumb. There's an Indian, I shouldn't say this, Native American show on Hulu by Taika Waititi.
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs, I think it's called. That is fucking brilliant.
I don't know if you guys have watched it. Only Murders in the Building.
Phenomenal.
My God.
Yeah.
Martin Short steals my heart every Tuesday. He is so good in that show. Mm-hmm. And that a couple weeks ago, that flash forward scene when it says it was called a podcast. Like, I don't know how far in the future that episode's going to happen, but it's got me hooked. It's really good.
It's a good show. This is going to sound bad, but the one that's focused around the deaf son, they didn't like it because I had to read a lot.
The subtitles our attention span is as limited as it can be. So when you have to read, I have to tell you, it probably took me about 2 hours to get through that episode because I'm so used to like having it play in the background and like doing something,
right?
That I have to pause it and rewind it like a minute, and then try to read the subtitles. Then one time I accidentally rewound it so it started from the beginning, and then I had to go through the damn commercials again through Hulu.
Yeah, that's a pain in the dick.
But, good, satisfying ending to get through those 2 hours of a 40-minute show.
What's that show called?
Only Murders in the Building. So it basically is about someone gets murdered in the building, and these 3 people who listen to the same like Crime Junkie podcast, they start their own podcast to try to solve the murder in the building. And then a bunch of every episode.
Selena Gomez is in it, and so is Steve Martin.
Okay,
perfect. Except for the deaf kid.
I'm saying, especially the deaf kid episode.
Yeah. So you can
fast
forward it. You could basically fast forward it and know what's going on throughout the show.
I should have watched it on double speed.
Yeah.
That honestly, because that would have helped.
I just don't even now. So like I'm like motherfuckers.
No,
Anytime
no.
the Deaf Kid is on, you fast forward.
You're just be reading subtitles.
No.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. And Heels on Stars, that's been great.
Yeah, that I still need to watch. I think they made the first 3 episodes available for free.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. But so I've been pretty busy this week fulfilling Viking Wolf. People have started getting in their books, their mini
Nice.
Moral Compass figures. So that's been fun seeing that. Promoting U.S. Assassin. There's 11 days left. I just added right before we went live a new tier, the Vault. It is
The
first
Vault.
printings of everything that you need to enjoy U.S. Assassin 3.
Tell me.
So that's Graveyard Shift 1 and 2 first printing.
What?
Yeah, there's
Tell
still
me
some
more.
of them left. U.S. Assassin, you'll get 1 through 3 first printing. Sea Dog 1 and 2 first printing, and now Viking Wolf Book 1 first printing, which I closed the in-demand store for Viking Wolf.
Nice.
Hose
Congrats.
us down.
Now what's the price tag on this? Like when I go to the island and look at the UP, the whatever.
So it's $300. It's limited to 10.
Okay.
So that's 8 books for $300.
Graveyard Shift 1 alone.
It's worth it. That was
Yeah.
just about to say.
Yeah, so I'm hoping some people who have missed out on Graveyard Shift first time around will want to jump on that. But 11 days left in the campaign. You know what? I'll bring the page up while we're talking about it. But yeah, already started work on Volume 4. Some covers are being worked on.
Nice.
Not by Mike, but some guest artists as well. You know what? I'm going to play the trailer.
Right here. Get my coffee.
There you have it. U.S. Assassin 3, available for 11 more days. Don't miss out. And I'll bring up the vault here.
Oh, didn't Amanda get that double page spread?
Yeah, she did. She
lucky
bought
is that?
she got that in one of the auctions. I am super jealous. I kind of wanted that page.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so she got the original artwork for this, which, you know, when I wrote this scene, I said, this is the page that sells the book. It's Bazooka
That's
Dog has
killer.
a Gatling gun. It looks ferocious, man. Not only did Mike knock it out of the park with the pencils and inks, but Z, the coloring on it with all the red around U.S. Assassin looks amazing. So yeah, congratulations to Amanda B. And Mike has a ton of other pages up for sale on his Big Cartel shop. So
nice.
check it out. But yeah, U.S. Assassin, 11 more days. Definitely check it out. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Mike says, "My bad." No, I'd rather you make money, Mike. So good. So good on you. So the rest of I actually was packaging books today. I worked a half day. I got done at 10 o'clock. I went up and picked up a mutual friend, Mark Yoon, and treated him to lunch.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then he came back here and he rolled posters for me. And the kid has a future as a poster roller.
All right.
He knocked it out of the park. I packaged up a ton of packages to go out. I have a goal to get like 120 hopefully 120 packages out the door by Tuesday.
How many do you have now?
Right now, I have 30 done.
Okay, we can do it. We can do it. It's achievable. Put your mind to it.
I think I can get to 40 tonight.
Right.
And then I have
You got a kid.
Yeah. Well, he
Yeah.
doesn't help. Even
Well,
though he was on a stream and people saw him say, "Oh, I'm going to help you, Dad," and I paid him $100. I gave it to him in advance.
What?
And he refuses to work for me now.
Oh, I wouldn't say I drop a child, but that.
Well, I think what I need to do. I'm not going to pay him for U.S. Assassin when the money starts rolling in.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to learn the hard way.
Yeah, you can't fuck over family.
But yeah, Mark did a
big time.
Yeah, Mark did a great job. We stopped around 4:00. Then he went to Stormwatch Comics with me, and I bought him a Funko Pop.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you got to take care of your workers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So shout out to Mark. He might come back Sunday and help again. Yeah.
Cool.
So besides fulfilling books and stuff, working on books, I saw Venom this past week. I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it could have used about another 45 minutes to an hour. Like they jam-packed a lot in there.
No way. I love I'm sick of these long marathon movies. I loved that it was like 90 minutes. I thought it was great.
It was like 36, Maximum Carnage is like 36 issues, and they crammed it in for so much. I could have dealt with. I really loved Woody Harrelson's portrayal as Carnage.
Yeah,
I think he was great in it.
How was his Cletus?
Cletus was really good and really, really good stuff. I just feel like I wanted more of it. So the way they sort of ended Carnage's reign in the movie was kind of a bummer to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping for more Carnage in the future, but I really loved it. I thought all the comedy spots hit, and that extra scene at the end. Like I was telling Chase, we were saying, "What do you think it'll be?" And I say, "What? Well, what I want it to be is I want Spider-Man."
Right.
And we got Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, it seems as though the multiverse has grabbed the hold of this version of Venom.
Which Spider-Man did we get? Little kid?
Yeah, Tom Holland. So yeah, Chase was like, "What happened when they switched rooms?" And I was like, "Well, I think because we saw the Spider-Man trailer before the movie, I said I think they were caught in Doctor Strange's spell when he combined the multiverse." And Chase was like, "Oh, that makes sense." But yeah, Tom Holland appears on the TV screen at the end with J. Jonah Jameson, doing the big reveal that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and Venom goes up to the screen. Oh, spoilers, everyone! We're ruining it for you. Venom goes up to the screen and it was like, he said something like, "I don't know who he is, but I want."
He goes, "Who is that guy?" And then that's based. Eddie Brock goes, "Who is that guy?" And then he gets turned into Venom, and he licks the screen, and he goes, "That guy." So I don't know if because right before he said this, Sean, Venom was telling Eddie he has so much knowledge of the world and billions of years of history and everything. So it may, and they earlier in the movie they even talked about the hive mind that all the symbiotes have. So I think we're going to get a little bit of the fact that in that universe, he knows Spider-Man. So we get a little bit of the symbiote from, I'm guessing Toby spoke to basically this one. So probably saying that in every universe, the symbiote has attached itself to Peter Parker. That's the way I'm going
I'm
to
with
take
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Sean, definitely check the movie out. I thought it was a lot of fun. Phil, when you watched the movie, did they show a trailer for a film called Lamb?
Yes.
So I wanted us to react to this. I can't get this movie off my mind.
What?
Leah wants to watch it. So my girlfriend is...
I want to go see it this weekend.
She was like, "We're gonna see Lamb. We're gonna see Lamb." I'm like, "All right, well, I guess we're gonna see Lamb."
Yeah, I told Christy I didn't even realize when it was coming out, but I looked at my AMC app today and I saw that it was out, and I texted Christy right away. I said, "I have to see this movie. I need to know what happens." But Sean looks like he's clueless, so I want to play this trailer
always.
for him.
Okay.
And see what he thinks, because I can't stop thinking about this movie and like how this happened. All right, are you? First off, we got Mark Yoon in the chat. What's up,
Hello,
Mark? He wants to come on and talk about Venom too.
You got PayPal.
We have to let Mark come on one time.
Mark, I'm gonna hit you up. Sorry, I haven't returned your text. Grad school's been killing me.
All right, so I'm gonna share the screen and we're gonna watch this trailer. And Sean, be prepared to be freaked out. It's like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
And be prepared to want to watch the movie.
Yeah. All right, here we go. First impressions, Sean. What do you think's going on?
A kid baby lamb was just born.
All right.
All right. Wow.
All right. Now, do you think it's a hybrid, or do you think it's just like you're saying, a kid baby lamb?
All right, all right. It's got the features of a baby in a lamb.
Okay.
Oh, come on, man. Did you read about this?
No, why? This just seems what I would do.
All right, keep going.
All right.
Well,
that's like the jealous other man out there, I think. Because this guy stole his baby.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even pick that up.
So, Sean, you see this. You were right. This is a humanoid lamb. Do you think the husband, one night drunk, snuck out to the field and had his way with a lamb, with the lamb's mom?
I believe better in people, but I have been to South Carolina, so.
Mike McMahon says, "I hate A24 movies. The Green Knight was a waste."
Hey, I can't hate on any A24 movie, because A24 is the reason why I'm on IMDb, because I did the production posters for Tusk, which was an A24 movie, which got me certified on IMDb.
Now, do you think with me being on the news today and being a headliner, do you think I could get an IMDb now, like officially, because of that? Because why not? Like, that's stock footage.
Listen. The producer has to put you on there.
You were on that restaurant show.
I was. What's his name? The English bloke. Yeah, with not Diners, Drive-Ins. You know what I mean? The English guy.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, I guess.
Were you? Hold on.
They revamped them.
Were you on Hell's Kitchen?
I was on the show where they would go to the restaurant and be like, "This is bloody pitiful," and then remake it.
Oh, Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, I was on that one.
What? Hold on. Now we gotta go. All right, because I have Hulu and I have Prime. What was the restaurant? Because now I want to go see.
Oh, it was recorded in I think 08 or shown in 08 or 09.
All right,
maybe 10. But it was a local one in Elmo Park.
Okay.
My aunt's nephew worked there. He was like the sous chef or the junior chef, whatever, like the Flint to the Duke of the culinary world, you know.
Okay.
So they did it there. So we ate. Food was fine. It was good. You know, then they had people come in and complain who were like plants. But key story, the guy who the shop that owned the place, he killed himself by jumping off a bridge because he was cheating on his wife with the bakery lady. It was weird. So totally bizarre.
Oh, I know that episode.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, okay. So now we're gonna get another. Now the game
there was
should
a
be.
fight that was about to get off with one of these plant chicks and my cousin's girlfriend. She was this fiery Jersey girl. Like if you saw, Jesus Christ, she's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, like fucking. Oh my God, tomatoes.
So we got Robert Frank in the chat, and he says the reason you figured this out, Sean, is because Sean is high, and so were the people who made this.
Probably.
Mark Yoon says we need to see this day one together. My wife refuses to watch it. Mark, I might be hitting you up later tonight.
Nice.
And Mark revealed to me, he's saying he should be on Internet Movie Database for his Maury appearance. He was on Maury. Did you guys know this?
No, please tell me now.
Mark, were you as part of the crowd or were you brought on stage?
He was a guest.
What?
He is having the episode digitized so we can watch it.
Okay.
You know what?
What?
Mark, do you just want to come on and tell the story?
Yeah.
Sean, can you throw him the link?
Yeah.
All right, we'll finish watching this.
But I got hold on. Keep it going.
Yeah, hold on. We need Sean to pay attention for this.
For once. You and I have Zale. You can just text me the money.
We're not charging Mark to be on here.
We need a profit for this show. Like our advertisers.
We start profitizing when I finally do my balls video and we start making that smooth my balls money. That sweet smooth my balls money. Sean, I was watching Leroy's show and they were talking about my balls and how they're disappointed that I don't keep them updated on it. They were like, that was a hot thing for 3 episodes, and then we stopped talking about my balls.
I'll talk about your balls all you want.
People are dying to know about them. Still smooth as can be.
All right.
And, I mean, the product works. I just need to make that video. I'm just so busy.
Hey, I need weed real quick. Give me a second. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right.
Full disclaimer. I am sober. So nothing. Just want to throw that out there
for the kids out there.
For anything out there, I am only drug that's in my body is caffeine because, need it in the morning and to get through my day.
The Primetime Polton channel is not suitable for children, so parents be advised.
Okay, so get ready for this lamb. We're gonna get more of this lamb.
All right, here we go, Sean.
I may not always love you, but long as there are stars above you, you never need to doubt it. I'll make you so sure about it.
Father!
Yeah, they want their baby back, man.
Gotta keep up.
What?
With the teeth.
So is that all in her head? The lamb as a kid?
What's that?
Is that all in her head that the lamb is a kid?
I don't think so.
Well,
who knows?
You know what? Sean may be right. I didn't even think about this as a possibility. I just thought it was some weird sci-fi
movie. I bet you she was a kid somehow. It's in the realm of possibilities.
What I think is, the dad
had a kid.
The husband was hitting up his wife for a little late night action, and she, turned him away and said, "No, I'm tired."
Would
So
you
he
say?
wa-
Would
he
you
want-
say he's a bad husband?
Absolutely. So he wandered out to the field, drunk. Next thing he knows, he's dropping his pants, and he has a little lamb human baby.
Little lamb chop.
Replicant says that looks disturbing. It does. I need to know what happens. So we got special guest. We got Mark Yoon in the house. What's up, Mark?
You-
Mark, tell everyone about
Well,
your big
first-
appearance. Okay.
First. Dojo Kun Comics Siamese came in.
Yeah,
He
I
hooked
got
it
my
up.
copy as well.
Yeah. Can you see? I got this
Oh, you got your
great
challenge coin. Nice.
Yeah. Look. behind
Make a
the
full
tray.
screen, Mark.
And I got a bunch of other goodies.
Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the hardcover edition.
Oh yeah, I missed out on that.
Very sweet.
Yeah, I totally kicking myself in the dick for that one, but I can't wait to read crack into this and read that.
All right, Mark. Please tell them about your experience on Maury. I found this fascinating.
All right.
Yeah.
First off, Mark, I'm so glad we get to have this recorded so we can get our full reactions, because this was when I was over at Mark's place. We're like, why don't we have the camera on right now? So I'm so excited for this.
Hold on. Actually,
Is this his badge? Is this his Maury badge?
Wow.
Oh my God.
we weren't supposed to keep it, but I kept it.
Oh, you fucking rebel.
So, all right. It's 2001. Young Mark Yoon has just graduated high school. So he sits at home all day watching trash TV all day, as one does. He was so bored that he called the Maury Povich show after an episode. And he said, I have a secret crush that I would like to reveal. And they said, okay, that sounds kind of cool. So I called my best friend and I said, hey, I'm going on the Maury show. And he was like, no, you're not. You should bring me. And I was like, oh my God, that's such a good idea. So I called her back. And I said, actually, I forgot to tell you. The girl I have a crush on has a twin sister, and my best friend has a crush on her. And they were like, what? So they flew us both out to
Wait,
to New
what?
York. Huh?
Wait, what'd they do?
They flew
They
us out
flew.
to New York because I was living in South Jersey.
Okay.
And it was in New York City at the time. It wasn't in Connecticut yet. So they flew us out to New York City. They gave us a hotel. Like we were in a hotel with a bunch of the other guests and stuff like that. It was so surreal and so fun. But let me tell you my favorite aspects of this, okay? I told Mark, so I'll let you guys in. The first of all, I was super embarrassed because, like, you know the demographic that usually watches the Maury Povich show, right?
No.
And well,
Tell
okay,
me.
well we got me and like my best friend at the time, who were these two like white skinny guys, like wearing like with frosted blonde tips, like
I know the
wearing like an
vibes.
oversized turtleneck
Yo,
sweater.
Mark. Yeah.
Counted it. And so I go on there, and the first thing I hear on live TV for a live recording is "Get a load of them." I'm like, great, great way to start it. But I had to be as arrogant as I was when I was 18. So as one does on Maury, they had, you know, like, have you ever watched the Revealing Secret Crushes episodes where they try to trick them before like they actually reveal the secret crush? Like, this is your secret crush, and like a big old fat person will walk out or something, and they're like, oh, well, they did that to me, to the couple before me with a midget. I mean, a small
Nice.
person, a little person.
Wow.
So this
Hey, guys,
little
again.
person walks out, and he's like, he's trying to be like, he's on like bondage gear, and he's like, you know what, Maury? it's not the size of the boat that matters, but it's the motion in the ocean. So the first thing I say when I
Not
come out is,
wrong.
in my deepest voice is, I don't know about that small packages part, Maury. And, like, it was like, of course it got like a good holler. It was great. So we had them on. We did the whole segment. And it was like longer than the other segments. And I was ridiculous in it. We're going to watch this. We're going to do a stream and we're going to watch it. Okay. I have to get it from my buddy who has it in Florida. But so we're on there. And at the end of the show, you know how they always do that monologue thing?
Yes.
So Maury, this is word for word what he says in his monologue. Ready? He goes, "We had a great show today. I don't know, Todd and Monet, they may make it, but I tell you, my favorite guy was that banging guy, Mark. He was great." Because I'm such like a showboater, especially back then. Cool. If you only knew me, oh my goodness. I mean, Mark met me back then, but I was a showboater.
I met goth Mark Yoon. You had black hair and were dressed all in black.
Yeah, you met me in my
Shopping
black
at
hair
the Matrix.
phase.
I don't know. Maybe you were wearing black Jinko jeans. I don't.
So let's continue on with this. So Mark, did you have to bring on the twin girls on there, or did they plant them on there?
Okay, so you're partially right because they were my friends in real life, but I didn't obviously have a crush on them. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was originally going to bring my girlfriend on the show. But after we got the green light to definitely come on, because you're on like a waiting list. If they get a better story, they're going to boot you and get somebody else on. So as soon as they got our updated story, our upgraded story, they definitely wanted us to come on. Because I even said, "I don't know if I can get up there," and they gave us plane tickets. So
they paid for your wardrobe too, right?
They gave us money for wardrobe. They gave me money for alcohol. They said you can drink as much as you want. We were there for 3 days.
Oh,
and
wow.
The show was only recorded for like 1 day for like a few hours. They gave us spending money, a whole wardrobe money. I bought 2 shoes. Yeah, it was awesome. And at first, I think one of the PR people was only supposed to give us money for me and for my friend also, for both of us together. So I think they were only supposed to give us for spending money $40 each. Well, they gave us 80, and then they gave my friend 80. So we had $80 each that we could just like have a night on the town and like get drinks or whatever. And this is like 2001, so drinks were a lot cheaper and stuff. But so like I don't know what the whatever that would be going up now, probably like 50, like I don't know, whatever. But so it was great. We had 3 great days of awesomeness. There was so much partying in that hotel between the guests too. Like we were all just hanging out with each other and like partying. But the 2 girls that we did bring on were girls I did know in real life, but they were the only twins that I knew besides like my best friend's sisters, which we would be on Jerry for that. Like that's not a Maury thing. So it worked out pretty good, but it was insane. It was so fun. Like, I don't know. It's still like one of the highlights of my youth.
Very cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch this.
It's when I tell you it's ridiculous, I'm not sugarcoating it. It is so ridiculous. There's one point where Maury's like talking to me because my friend's like super quiet. So he's like, "Yeah, man, I like them. They're good. They're cool girls." So they keep on trying to like get behavior out of me. So there's one point where I'm just trying to show up for the camera, and then Maury's like, "Wow, so how do you feel about her? You seem excited." I literally drop to my knees off of the stool and go like, "She makes me weak in the knees." It's insane. I'm not even kidding. It is insane.
That's what's up.
My wife saw it and almost didn't marry me.
So let me ask you, Mark.
Yeah.
So when you're on there, right, and they don't script anything, right? You basically have to just go bigger for you to get more airtime.
Yeah. So as far as I know, everyone was really telling people that they really liked. I mean, regardless of what happened in the hotel room those nights, because what happens in New York stays in New York. But when we were there, everything was true. And the story, like at first I was going to just bring my girlfriend on and play it up for the camera, but they thought that it was going to be real. The story we ended up enacting was still real, but it was scripted by us, not by them.
Right.
And we did play up our emotions for the camera to the best of our ability.
Did you cry?
And especially when I was 18 and like hyper, like, because I'm not hyper now, and you guys think I'm hyper now. This is like Mark sedated. I was insane back then. So, I mean, when we watch this, oh my goodness, Mark, you're gonna have to drink while we're watching it, buddy. I'm saying you might need to.
So, how did the episode end? Did like the girls, were they pretending to be excited or pretending to be revolted by you guys, or what?
Well, I actually wanted them to be revolted because I wanted to play off of it and like run off the stage and be like, "Ah," and like go crazy. Yeah. But they said like the one girl, like I found out she actually did kind of like me, and she didn't know that I had a girlfriend, but her sister knew that I had a girlfriend. So she's like, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited to talk after the show or whatever, something like that. It was 20 something years ago. And then after the show, I did have to tell her. I was like, listen, I have a girlfriend. And she did get a little pissed at me and didn't talk to me for a while. But I mean, that's part of show business.
You could have smoothed it out. Like, hey, why don't you meet my girlfriend? You know.
What's that,
What'd you
Sean?
say?
You should have like worked it out. But like, yo, why don't you meet my girlfriend? Like, see if you could get something.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody play
I mean,
playing
the
ball.
girl I was
Follow
dating,
up.
the girl I was dating at the time was like a 10 out of 10, and all my friends hated her guts because she was like the meanest girl in the world because she was so hot. And she wouldn't even call my friends by their names. She would give them like nicknames. Like she called my one friend like Metallica Nerd, and she called my other friend like Loser Face or something. She had like the worst name for them. So none of my friends wanted anything to do with her. And this
Hey,
is back when I had,
Metallica
like,
Nerd and Loser
this is back when I
Face.
had like an 8-pack and I can pull 10s. Like this is not the Mark Yoon of today. It wasn't even Mark Yoon, actually. Those of you who know me in real life. But yeah, man, it's an experience and it's fun to talk about too. So it is embarrassing though, if you could tell by my rosy red cheeks right now.
Sean, what do you think is the craziest? Oh, I can't ask that question because it won't be suitable for YouTube. What is the craziest PG story or PG-13? We'll say Mari's PG-13. What is the most outrageous PG-13 story you have for us?
Oh, okay. So senior year, I was on probation. Like I had to get checked in. Like I checked in weekly, probation officer, yada, yada, yada. Worst time to be on probation. So anyway, I meet up with a buddy of mine. I was supposed to meet up with a buddy of mine so we go to a basketball game at the high school. It was a night game, whatever. So I'm just standing there and the cops roll up. Funny thing is, my mom knew the cop because they both worked at a motorcycle place, Bergen Honda. I'll get into that another time. There was a dude going around to places flashing, flashing storefronts.
I'm sorry.
And so, wow, hear me out. They're like, could you do this? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I had to do this. My parents had to come. It was pretty embarrassing, but that's pretty PG-13.
So they thought you were the flasher?
They thought I was the flasher.
Oh, jeez.
But then they got back to a girl I was dating, and she thought that was funny, but I couldn't tell her to fuck off because it was kind of didn't feel right. If I'm going to flash you, I'm going to flash you.
Phil, do you have a story?
I read the story that I've already told this on past podcasts, so they can deal without the Shatner story. If they want to go back, go to early.
Is he really going to
Best
space?
Friends. Yeah, he really is going to space.
On their dime?
Yes, on their dime.
Good for him.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. Like
the
Bill
man.
Shatner is kind of like in the realms of possibility. If he had the means to make it happen money wise, he's the type of guy. It's like, I would like to go to space. Why shouldn't I go to space? Like rightfully so.
Right. He's the guy that you buy a drink for and you get all the stories.
Yeah, of course.
And that is a legit shoot. He is gonna go to space if he passed all the physical and whatnot, right? But it's not like space. It's like when they shoot you just before, they shoot you out of the orbit a little bit, and they're like, "Hey, you've been into space, and you can come down." You're
floating in some sort of like a light blue hue,
right? Right. Think Superman 1. Like we're just gonna go far enough, but not out so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they even pass satellites or anything, right? It's just like in that orbit area. They don't actually leave orbit, I think. It's just like right in the first, what is it, the stratosphere?
Yeah.
I'm a teacher, I should know this.
Well, I mean, it all depends on the content, right? I told some kid that if he wants to be an artist, spelling's not important.
That's true.
I had a student tell me this.
They get little bits of wisdom from me. Like they were telling me I told one student one year, they came up to me and they're like Mr. McNulty, like I don't have to do art because I don't think I need it in the real world. And I said, okay. I said, all right, I told him, I said, all right, so you have a big presentation you're gonna go to. I said, do you need a pie chart? And he's like, yeah. I said, oh, how are you going to create it? He's like, oh, I'm going to create it using a circle, and then I'm going to, put some lines in there. And I said, oh, so you're using shapes and you're using line. And I said, please tell me more about this pie chart, kid. And he's like, it's going to be blue to show this. I said, so now you're using color, right? And then I said, all right, but you got an orange and you have 8 people want oranges. How are you going to divide it up? And he's like, I'm just going to buy some more oranges for everybody. I said, okay, so which one are you going to use? You're going to use math or art? And he's like, oh, I guess I'll do my project. Like, it's right, you're going to do your project.
Mr. McNulty, changing lives.
Well, listen, I can tell this story. Everyone loves a good, fun teacher story.
Yeah.
So
you were turning into our Edward James almost, like stand and deliver.
So here we go. Here is a good teacher story that is suitable to share. It's funny because when you teach, and this is from years ago. So I know the kid personally. He's going to a Fulbright scholarship, right? So he comes up and trying to teach him to do art, and he rips up his pages and he throws them, right? And I'm just like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, and he's like, I'm like, you're going to get a 0 because I'm like, if you give me nothing, I have to grade it as nothing. So rips it up, tosses it. So another new project, rips it up, tosses it. Back at his parent-teacher conferences, right? Come up to my little room, and I'm having the conversation. I'm like, well, he rips up all of his artwork. And the mom goes, no, my son would never do this, right? I'm like, no.
All say.
You're like,
right.
I've seen it.
So what I did was I collected the little scraps of every project that he ripped up. And when the next parent-teacher conference came and the mom said, no, not my son, I took out the Ziploc bag, and I just shook it on top, and I made it rain in confetti, this sprinkle of torn projects. And you know what the mom said to me? That's not his projects. And I had, which I thought was a baller move on my part, until then I had to go get the little pieces together and find the little puzzle pieces to show that this was his name that he wrote there. But man, it was such a good little power trip to make this kid's project.
You need them too, because those parents, the kids are great. It's always the parents. The parents are way dumber than the kids. I don't know what it is about having kids that lowers your IQ, but like sorry, Mark, but they just like they'll straight up every time they have any disciplinary action, it's always your fault, not the kid's fault or not their fault.
He doesn't back off the statement. He was like, sorry, Mark, it's just true.
But see, now I love you, parents. Please don't email me. It's the passion they have for their kids, not the IQ level. And
how many of you guys have parents where they don't
I'm not tenure yet.
Stinky kid.
I had a grandma threaten to fight me. She wanted to take it outside.
Did you?
No.
Pussy.
So I have a story sort of like Sean's, where except like they thought Sean was the person exposing.
Like I was the person exposing.
No, I was the person exposed when I was a little kid.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
This took a turn.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this is actually kind of like disturbing. I'll keep it PG.
Is this like Corey?
No. I mean, I did the smart thing.
Right.
The Coreys probably would have just stayed for it,
Okay.
But like, Sean, you've been to my parents' house. You saw their in-ground pool they have.
Yeah.
They got that back in like 79 when like it was like a big deal.
Oh,
like,
the pool?
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. No one had like in the ground pools. And like it was I found it so weird when I was little, but people, when we got that pool, like friends, neighbors, people would ask if they could borrow our pool. Like they would come over and use our pool. They would ask if they could have, can I come over from this time to this time?
Did you charge them?
And my parents would always allow people. So we would always have randos in our pool. And one day I head into my backyard. I'm 6 years old. I go through the sliding glass door. I head in the backyard and I see there's a guy in our pool who, he was a reoccurring guy who would come to our house. And I was like, oh, this is weird. I don't want to turn around because it would seem awkward if I turned around and went back in. So I went out and grabbed my bath.
Went with your awkward feeling.
Yeah, I should have. So I went out and we had a basketball court in our backyard. So I'm shooting hoops, and this guy, he's like standing in the water, but he's like resting his head on the side where the concrete is. And he looks like he's like tired or whatever. So I'm shooting baskets, trying not to pay attention to him. And he goes, hey, Mark, come here. So I have the basketball under my arm. I walk up to him. He's by the side of the pool. He steps back from the edge of the pool, and he's not wearing a bathing suit.
Oh,
and
good God.
And he goes, Mark, it's called skinny dipping. And I'm like horrified. Years later, I realized he was standing next to the edge of the pool where the jets are.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm like, so this is 1979. I'm 6 years old. I don't know like weirdos or anything. I just know this scares the hell out of me.
I don't know weirdos.
but I know this.
Yeah, I run straight into my basement, slam the sliding glass door. I run up my stairs. I run through the kitchen past my mom. She's like, Mark, I just keep running. I run up into to the second floor. I run into my brother's room. He's away at the time. I go in his closet. There's a trap door that leads to the attic. I push the dresser that trap door is, and I climb into the attic. I pull the dresser in front of that opening so you can't see it, and I sit in the dark. I'm like I don't know what this guy, now I know what this guy wanted from me. But at the time, I was like scared to death.
All right,
It's called skinny dipping, Mark.
horrendous of a situation that you were in, and I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
But the takeaway I get is how cool it is. You got the secret place to hide.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
It was awesome.
That's totally like Monster
It was
Squad type of shit.
Absolutely. No, it was like a little clubhouse for us.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting in there in the dark, and I hear the guy. He comes into my house, and he's talking to my mom in the kitchen, and he was like, have you seen Mark? And she was like, oh, he was here. I think he ran up to his brother's room. And he goes, oh, I just want to say goodbye to him. And I'm like, oh my God. So this guy comes up. I hear him come up the stairs. I hear him come into my brother's room. I can hear him walking around. Then I hear the closet door open, and I'm like petrified. I have like tears running down my face. I'm trying to keep as quiet as can be. Thankfully, I pulled that dresser in front of the opening, and he looked in the closet, and he had no idea where I was. So finally, he left, but I waited in there like another hour just to be sure. And he left, and he would come back through the years again, and then eventually he started bringing a woman with him. But flash forward,
no pun intended, Mark.
Gave up
Yeah.
hope.
Flash forward.
Flash forward, I get married to Chrissy, like a year, maybe like a couple days, like right after our honeymoon. We're at a funeral, and for my brother. My brother
in the coffin
comes walking up to us, and he's like, hey, look who I found. And it's that guy. And he was like, I was telling him we should get together and hang out. And I'm like, oh, I'm just like, And Chrissy was like, who is that? Afterwards, she was like, who is that guy? He seems like, I was like, fuck that guy. And I told her the story of him. And she found it hilarious.
He didn't use smooth my balls. It was the 70s.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so that was my run-in with a creepster who who knows what he wanted to do to me.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
atrocious, but funny in some ways.
But the only person I ever told that story to was Chrissy, and now I've shared it with the internet.
All right.
my family never knew about that. I never
Really?
even yeah.
Your mom's like on the way to dude's house right now with like a shotgun.
No, he moved far away, thankfully.
Good, he can
Till
hang out
now.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Mark told
So
his
now,
brother
Mark-
of the plan.
We have a little surprise for you at the Best
Oh,
Friend
no.
Show.
No.
Mark's gonna call up
That
Maury
doorbell's
and say,
about
"Oh, I
to
got this
ring."
story."
Now we know why Mark never votes for the Jets.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
You can't listen to Betty and the Jets. It makes him cry.
years later I realized, oh, he was standing right next to the Jets.
Oh,
And no wonder he was tired. God, thank God for chlorine, I guess.
Who's the poor person that had to clean that pool?
Oh God, it was my dad, but he had no idea what went on in there.
He knew what you know what he was cleaning out the pool.
It's like,
And
is
he's
someone
kind
eating
of
ice
like,
cream in
wait
the
a
pool?
second. He's looking at it. He's like, wait a second. Did I not clean up after myself?
Oh,
Pretty sure I did.
You take that back, Phil McNulty.
I take it back. I take it back.
fucking Phil.
So I have one more thing I wanted to share with you guys before we wrap this up. You know how I love to keep up with the news and current events. And I came across this news article that I just thought was perfect for us to discuss. And it's about a woman. She's suing Geico
Oh yeah.
after hooking up with a guy in the backseat of his car she received STDs. Now, Sean, how many times have I told you, take the woman to a motel?
Look, I can't comment on this.
So she believes Geico should be responsible for this because
She thinks her auto insurance should cover her STD.
Yeah, it was an accident that happened involving the car. I love this passionate hand that they put on the windshield.
It's like the Titanic.
But she is seeking $1 million from Geico after she was involved in an incident with another gentleman whose vehicle was covered by the insurance provider. She's suing because she hooked up with a dude in the backseat of his 2014 Hyundai Genesis and got HPV as a result. Even though they didn't use protection, she still feels Geico owes her a payout because this guy has a policy with them. What do you guys think? Yes or no? Should she be covered?
Okay,
no.
The guy who gave the payout
she should get the $1 million, but her insurance company needs to give her like $1 million premium every month.
She shouldn't have to get shit. Yeah, Phil.
Zaid.
What's up, Phil? So no, you're none of you are siding with her?
No.
Fuck no.
I mean, but how much does insurance cover in your car? Does it just cover vehicles, accidents with other vehicles? Or...
That's a loophole.
Listen, I had some really bad Japanese food a couple weeks ago. It didn't cover the accident that happened in my car.
I did.
Luckily, leather seats.
You're going out there in a circus. You got to know what's out there in the jungle. Like, fuck this lady.
Yeah, I appreciate her hustle.
Well, that's what got her in the trouble in the first place, Sean.
Well, again.
And in a Hyundai of all cars. Like, come on.
They're known for their reliability, Mark.
So that was just something I saw. I thought we could have some fun with. But we've been going for over an hour. It's past 8 o'clock on a Friday night. I'm sure we all have plans. So before we dip out, Mark Yoon, why don't you tell people where they can find you at?
Well, you can find me on YouTube at Mark Yoon and on Twitter by the same affect and everywhere else. Just search my name and I'll probably be there. I did just do an unboxing for Mark's latest book, Viking Wolf. So you can go check that out on my channel. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of that. And that's all.
Wait a minute, did he get a free delivery?
Yeah, the delivery was from Mark's house to my hands to my house.
Yeah. Phil McNulty, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Twitter and the Instagram at AnimatedPhil, and on the Pod Gods every Wednesday and Sunday. So giving you that Sunday night heat. So looking forward to it.
Sean, JT Aaron, what's up? Where can they find you at?
Everywhere here.
Well, I know where they can find you at. You just look at your banner in that news article. Let me pull it up.
Yeah.
You know what? I already took the picture down.
No, it's okay. I got it covered.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we can make some magic.
By the way, Sean, you gotta tell me what Kitchen Nightmares episode it is, because Kitchen Night. I love Ramsey stuff. I watch all of his stuff. I've seen him multiple times. Are you in like the restaurant? Like you can visibly see you?
Yeah, I'm in the background. I'm like by the kitchen.
Yep, I'm pretty sure Christy watched the episode and spotted you.
Yeah,
after
my
you
one
told
buddy
us.
put me in. He put me in like trash. What was it? Like I was in clutter because I was so small in it. Motherfucker. These arrows are crazy. Let me share this.
By the way, Phil, in the video, I shout out your picture in Mark's Viking Wolf book, and yours too, Sean.
Oh,
For the
sweet.
pizza treat, for the haunted
Thank
pizza
you.
campaign thing.
Thank you. So this is Phil and Alex. But there's some, but that's not Phil and Alex. That's just
That's their
cosplayers.
boots.
That's their boots.
I know that it looks like I'm right on the side there.
Mhm.
Like
Your
so,
hand.
I
So,
can see
yeah,
like a
that's my
shoulder
hair.
hunched over, like like I could see that.
I was like, Phil, nice wig.
Thank you. I clean up as a redhead.
We got Barry Dillon watching. Hail the panel
it's
at work.
shaking.
Just saying hi on my smoke break. No, it's not crack.
I got
Thanks
some
for-
rain
thanks
crack.
for tuning
Crackhead's
in,
not in
Barry.
the chat right now.
Oh. And then here's the infamous.
There you go.
Look at that.
I
Look at
love
that
how Mark's banner is just so clearly visible next to yours as well. It's like Mark got dragged into this for some reason.
His ass did as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in
there's
there.
booty.
If you look where my hand is
It almost looks
Don't
like you're
sh-
trying to touch his booty.
well, there were
It-
times.
I mean, cut across a few seconds earlier, and you would have.
It
Yeah,
went-
but like I was saying, I'm past local TV networks. Like I'm on like high city distribution cable networks. What? Yeah. So this is prime time Philadelphia, which I don't represent. Well, I would, but I was there.
it wouldn't be the best friends if our names or faces weren't dragged into some weirdo thing not related to us.
Right.
It always
But I
happens.
Love it.
Always happens.
Mm-hmm.
Only here, folks. You have Flashers. You have Maury Povich. You have Comic-Con scandals. You have Kitchen Nightmares. Where else can you get all this entertainment in one place?
Oh, you know what I could have done? You know how I did that that Times Square thing?
No.
When you did your promo for your piece,
Don't
where
you
you put
pay
it up on the
attention to me,
billboard.
Mark? Yes,
Huh?
thank you. Ian. I did a Times Square piece.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, yeah. I saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Oh, it went swimmingly.
Yeah,
To
no,
promote-
Chrissy, you fooled Chrissy. She was like, "How the hell did he pull this off?"
Oh, really cool. Nice.
And why aren't you in Times Square? I was like, Chrissy, he photoshopped that.
Not even Photoshop. Sketchbook Pro on my iPad while dropping the kids off at the pool. So bare minimum. And like I spared no expense. But I could have copped this out and made like oh look, I was on NBC for the Type 1
promotion.
mailing list. You
Yeah.
know? I'm not that much of a cunt, but this was great.
Sean's, what's going on here with this comic page? Is it a cover for something?
Oh, that was last page of a pinup for Jimmy DeSalva's Seraph Legacy.
Oh, okay.
He's like, the best thing about the character was there's no face. So I'm like, yeah, that's fucking easy. But that hardly went any place.
All right, guys.
And where can we find you, Mark?
Yeah. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Polton. Hit the notifications. Check out U.S. Assassin.
Also,
What?
Joe's sketchbook. His preview book for Reaper Destroyer, $20. Slide up in his DMs, almost at 60. $10 extra, you get a sketch. Not sure to the format, but you know what's up.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Just interrupt me promoting U.S. Assassin. No big deal.
No, because I knew I would forget. And I need to keep on things. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Reaper Destroyer. Guys, go back Reaper Destroyer.
Sean, you and Joe should really have a show together, man. I think you would work well together.
Yeah, we're in talks.
Okay.
What's going
Keep me
on
posted.
U.S. Assassin.
Yeah.
The Mercenary Flip Gordon, first appearance, gets your 3 set with your Mercenary set. That's a great perk. Go and get it.
And the new vault tier I just added, first printings of Graveyard Shift 1 and 2. Where else will you find that? Nowhere. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. And Phil and I will be back Sunday for the Pod Gods. See you then.
Yep.